The move has already been decided. This picture shows where you're going next. My beloved, pause here with me. Take a breath. Let the noise soften. You did not arrive at this moment by accident, and this message did not drift toward you randomly. Something ancient and gentle has been guiding your steps to this exact point in time. You are being addressed now, because your soul was ready to hear what your mind could not yet explain. I see you, precious soul. I see the questions you've been carrying quietly, the sense that something is ending even if you couldn't name it, the feeling that your life is being nudged toward a new horizon. This is your confirmation. The move has already been decided, not by force, not by pressure, but by alignment. The picture before you is more than an image, it is a mirror of what has been forming around you for longer than you realize. Stay with this message. Let it arrive fully. You are not late. You are not lost. You are exactly where you needed to be to receive this. My precious soul, the warnings did not arrive as storms or sudden disruptions. They came quietly, almost politely, as if they did not want to frighten you. They arrived in moments when you were alone with your thoughts, when the world finally grew quiet enough for your inner voice to be heard. You may have felt them as a gentle tightening in your chest, a heaviness you could not explain, or a strange sense that something familiar no longer fit the way it once did. Nothing was wrong on the surface, yet something within you kept whispering that a chapter was nearing its final lines. You tried perhaps to reason your way out of these feelings. You told yourself to be patient, to be grateful, to push through. You reminded yourself of responsibilities, of history, of comfort. But still the unease returned, not as anxiety meant to harm you, but as intuition meant to guide you. Your soul has its own language, my dear one, and it speaks first in sensations, not words. When it senses stagnation where growth is needed, it creates restlessness. When it senses misalignment, it creates discomfort. These feelings were not meant to punish you. They were meant to awaken you. There were moments when your energy dropped for no clear reason, when places you once enjoyed suddenly felt draining, when conversations left you feeling empty instead of fulfilled. You may have noticed yourself daydreaming about elsewhere, about someday, about a version of life that felt lighter and more aligned. These were not escapes. They were previews. Your inner world was already moving ahead of your outer reality, trying to gently pull you forward. You may also recall moments of hesitation that surprised you, opportunities that should have excited you, but didn't, commitments that felt heavier than they should have, a subtle resistance when you imagined staying exactly where you are for much longer. That resistance was wisdom. It was the part of you that knows when a season has ended, even if the mind is not ready to accept it. You were never meant to force yourself to bloom in soil that had already given you all it could. There were signs, too, woven into your daily life. Repeated thoughts about change, unexpected reminders of movement, travel, or new beginnings. Conversations you overheard at just the right moment. Words, images, or feelings that seemed to follow you gently, as if asking for your attention. These were not coincidences, they were invitations. Soft taps on the door of your awareness, asking you to look inward and listen more closely. Yet, because they were subtle, you may have doubted them. You may have told yourself you were overthinking, being dramatic, or simply restless. You may have ignored the nudges, hoping the feeling would pass. And for a while it did. But it always returned, didn't it? A little stronger, a little clearer each time. That is how true guidance works. It does not shout. It repeats patiently until it is received. Understand this, my beloved. The inner signs were never meant to rush you. They were meant to prepare you emotionally and spiritually before the physical move ever became clear. Change that happens without inner readiness can feel frightening and chaotic, but change that is preceded by intuition feels purposeful, even when it is challenging. Your soul has been gently stretching you, loosening your attachment to what is familiar, so that when the moment comes, you can step forward with grace instead of fear. There is a shift happening within you right now. You may feel more sensitive than usual, more reflective, more aware of what drains you and what nourishes you. This sensitivity is not weakness, it is refinement. You are becoming more attuned to what aligns with your true self. Old compromises feel heavier. Old patterns feel louder. This is not because you are failing at staying the same, but because you are succeeding at becoming more. Do not dismiss what you feel. Do not minimize the quiet knowing that has been walking beside you. These subtle warnings were acts of love, guiding you away from stagnation and toward expansion. They were signs that you are ready for something more fitting, more nourishing, more alive. Hold this truth gently in your heart. When your inner world begins to shift, the outer world always follows. And it already has, even if you are only just beginning to see it. My beloved, even when it seemed as though nothing was happening, the universe was quietly, deliberately preparing the path for you. There are forces at work in your life that are unseen, subtle, and precise. Threads of possibility have been weaving themselves together around you, crafting a tapestry of destiny, far larger than any single moment could reveal. You may have felt delays, detours, or obstacles that seemed unnecessary, frustrating, or even unfair. But those pauses were not random. They were essential, divine pauses, time given to nurture your readiness, to strengthen your spirit, and to ensure that when the change arrives, you will meet it fully aligned with who you are meant to become. You see, dear one, the journey of destiny is rarely linear. It does not unfold in neat steps or predictable patterns. Often it feels as though life is moving too slowly, or worse, not moving at all. Yet in these still spaces, everything is moving behind the veil. Opportunities are aligning. People are coming into your orbit for reasons you cannot yet see, and experiences are orchestrated in perfect timing. Every delay you've endured, every no that blocked your way, was an act of unseen care. It was the universe protecting you from paths that were not yet ready for your presence, while simultaneously opening spaces that are waiting for the version of you that you are becoming. You may have prayed quietly, or perhaps just longed silently for clarity, for change, for movement. Even those whispered prayers, spoken without words, have been heard and acknowledged. Energy follows intention, and your heart has been planting seeds that only now are beginning to germinate. The waiting has not been empty. It has been fertile soil, cultivating the strength, patience, and clarity necessary for this next step. Understand this. Nothing you have felt, hoped for, or feared has been ignored. It has all been absorbed into the movement of your life, shaping a future that is more expansive than you could have imagined. There have been signs along the way, small, subtle, easily overlooked if you were not paying attention. Perhaps certain doors closed in your life, leaving you confused or disappointed. Perhaps you felt nudges to say no, or moments of hesitation that puzzled you at the time. Each of these was a pivot, a redirection guiding you toward the alignment that your soul required. Nothing was meant to punish you or to make life harder. Instead, it was designed to prepare you, to guide you toward a place that matches your energy, your growth, and your highest potential. Destiny works in quiet, invisible ways. It does not announce itself with fanfare or demand immediate recognition. Instead, it moves like a current beneath the surface, carrying you steadily forward, shaping circumstances, weaving connections, and creating opportunities before you are even aware of them. You may feel impatient. You may wonder why your path is not more visible, more tangible, more immediate. But know this, my dear one, the hidden movement of your destiny is more intricate and more perfect than your mind can yet comprehend. The unseen work is the work that matters most. The unseen alignment is the alignment that will support you for years, even decades to come. Think of it as preparation. Your life has been arranging itself behind the scenes, building a foundation that is steady, safe, and supportive. Every moment of waiting, every twist and turn, has been orchestrated to ensure that when the time comes, the move will feel natural and inevitable, even if it surprises you. What seemed like delays were actually divine preparation. What seemed like missteps were actually gentle redirections toward the space where you belong. Every choice you made, even those you thought were mistakes, has brought you to this threshold. And Ow, my beloved, that threshold is here. You can feel it in your body, in the restlessness of your heart, in the subtle tension that has been growing inside you. The currents that were invisible are becoming tangible. The threads that have been woven quietly for so long are forming a pattern you can finally begin to see. It is a pattern that is uniquely yours, designed to reflect your spirit, your purpose, and your readiness for transformation. You are being led not by chance, but by careful, precise, loving orchestration. Do not underestimate the power of this hidden movement. It is guiding you toward alignment, toward clarity, toward a space that is not only different from where you are now, but is infinitely more resonant with your truth. The universe does not rush you, and it does not act without consideration. Every step has been measured, every pause has been purposeful, and every delay has been infused with intention. You are not behind schedule. You are on the exact timetable that your life required to prepare you for this moment. Feel the truth in this, my dear one. Even though you may not yet see the full picture, the pieces are falling into place. What you have longed for, what you have quietly prayed for, what your intuition has hinted at, is already being prepared for you. You are being led to a place that is ready to receive the fullness of who you are becoming. The unseen movement of destiny has been carrying you forward, and soon, the next step will be visible, tangible, undeniable. So receive this message with an open heart. Recognize that the current you feel inside, the subtle tension, the quiet yearning, the flicker of anticipation, is a signal of the unset on currents at work. Do not dismiss it, do not rush it. Honor it, because it is the language of your own evolution. The whisper of destiny saying, prepare yourself, for the path is ready, and you are ready to walk it. Every moment of hidden movement has been an act of care, my beloved. Every unseen alignment has been a blessing. And now, as the currents begin to rise toward the surface, you are being invited to move with them, to step into the flow, and to trust the timing that has been orchestrated for you since the beginning. The picture you have been shown, the glimpse of your next place, your next season, is only the beginning. It is a promise, a reflection of the preparation that has been quietly unfolding around you. Destiny has been moving for you, even when you could not see it, even when you questioned it. And now, the alignment is near. The currents are ready. The hidden movement of your life is preparing to reveal itself in ways that will feel both miraculous and natural, because it has been quietly shaping you for this exact moment, for this exact step forward. You are ready, precious soul. The unseen has been working for you. The invisible has been preparing for you. And soon, what has been hidden will become visible, and you will step into it with the awareness, the wisdom, and the grace that this preparation has given you. Trust this hidden movement. Trust the timing. Trust the life that has been moving quietly, lovingly, persistently, just for you. My beloved, now you stand at a threshold, though you may not fully realize it. The threshold is quiet, it does not scream for attention, nor does it demand action. Yet it hums with significance, a vibration that reaches deep into your chest and into the very core of your being. You are here because everything leading to this moment, every experience, every pause, every sigh of restlessness, has been guiding you to this crossroads. You may feel the weight of it, or you may only sense it as a gentle pressure, a whisper that says, "The choice is yours," and indeed, it is. But precious soul, choices of this kind are never small. They are the fulcrum points of your life, the moments when the path divides and the trajectory of your destiny tilts in one direction or another. There is a choice before you now, the comfort of staying where you are, in what is familiar, or the courage of stepping into what is unknown but divinely aligned. Comfort whispers soothing words. Wait a little longer, stay a little longer. You are safe here. And yes, my dear one, there is safety in the familiar. It is easy to remain in routines, to cling to habits, to linger in places that have shaped you, because they require nothing new of you. Yet the familiar can be a cage as much as a refuge. What feels comfortable may also limit your growth, dim your light, and keep you from the fullness of your purpose. On the other hand, the path of growth calls softly but insistently. It does not shout. It does not berate you for hesitation. It simply whispers, "Step forward, beloved. Step into what has been prepared for you." This path carries uncertainty, yes, but also a resonance that matches your evolving self. It calls for faith, not as a blind leap, but as a recognition that your intuition, your heart, and your spirit are aligned with this movement. To walk this path is to honor the subtle nudges you have felt for so long, to answer the quiet urgings that have gently shaped your inner world. You may feel fear. That is natural. Fear is not a signal of weakness, but a sign of significance. Whenever we are on the edge of transformation, the heart will tighten, the mind will conjure reasons to stay, and the soul will tremble at the thought of leaving what is known. But precious one, fear is not your enemy. Fear is a signpost, a reminder that what lies ahead matters. Your growth is worth the trembling, your purpose worth the uncertainty, and your spirit worth the momentary discomfort that comes before the first step of faith. Delaying this choice will not stop the shift that is occurring. Life will not pause to accommodate indecision. The currents you have sensed are already moving, and the universe does not wait. Postponing your step will only make the movement heavier, more tangled, more resistant. But stepping forward, even in small ways, aligns you with the flow that has been quietly preparing for you. Each act of courage, no matter how subtle, ripples outward, loosening the bonds of hesitation and drawing the path closer to visibility. You are stronger than you think, dear one, and more capable of meeting this moment than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. Consider the choice not as a single decision, but as a turning point in a series of invitations. Every small action of trust, every moment you listen to your intuition, every step you take toward what feels aligned, builds momentum. Each choice is sacred. Each choice carries weight. You do not need to leap recklessly into the unknown. You need only to step with awareness, with faith, with your heart as your guide. Even a single step in the direction of growth transforms everything. It signals to the universe, and to your own spirit, that you are ready to receive what has been prepared for you. You may ask, but what if I fail? What if I am not ready? Precious soul, consider that what lies ahead is not a test to pass, but an opportunity to awaken. Readiness is not perfection, it is willingness. It is showing up even when the path is uncertain. It is choosing to trust yourself, to trust the unseen currents, to trust that your inner wisdom knows more than the temporary chatter of doubt. The moment you embrace this truth, fear begins to soften, and clarity rises to meet you. There is another truth here, one that the world rarely teaches. The choice to grow is not separate from the choice to honor yourself. By choosing the path of alignment, you are honoring the entirety of your experience, your struggles, your resilience, your dreams, and your quiet longings. You are telling yourself, I am worthy of the life that reflects my spirit, the space that nourishes my heart, the journey that matches my evolution. You are no longer willing to settle for fragments of yourself, no longer willing to dim your essence to fit into spaces that were never meant to contain you. So stand here for a moment, my dear one, and feel the significance of this threshold. The winds of change are circling gently around you. He unseen threads of destiny are ready to support your movement. Your inner knowing is alive and present. All that remains is your consent, your willingness to step into what has been carefully orchestrated for you. This is not a choice of convenience, but of alignment. It is not a choice made in haste, but one made in recognition of the currents that have been flowing beneath the surface of your life, patiently, purposefully, lovingly. The turning point is here, precious soul. Do not underestimate its weight, and do not ignore its call. Life will always offer comfort, always offer familiarity, always offer the easy choice, but your spirit knows when the time has come to embrace more. The path of growth, of alignment, of faith awaits your step. You are ready, more ready than you realize. The moment you choose to move, the entire universe conspires to meet you there. Hold this in your heart, the choice is yours, and it is profound. Stand with courage. Listen to your intuition. Trust in the movement that has been orchestrated for you since before you could even name it. Step toward your destiny, my beloved, and feel the weight of transformation ease into the wings of possibility. The turning point is not a challenge, it is an awakening. It is an invitation to honor your soul, to honor your journey, and to trust the life that is waiting for you on the other side. My dear one, precious soul, listen closely. The journey you are on now calls for a sacred act, the act of letting go. Not as punishment, not as failure, and not as loss, but as a profound preparation for what is to come. To step into the life that is waiting for you, to move into the space that your spirit has longed for, you must create room. And to create room, some things, old ways of thinking, habits that no longer serve you, relationships that have grown heavy, identities you have outgrown, must be set down. Releasing the old does not diminish you, it does not erase your past, and it does not take away what is valuable. Instead, it honors the journey that has brought you here. Every pattern, every attachment, every story you have carried, has shaped you, taught you, and guided you. But just as a tree must shed leaves to grow, you too must let go of that which no longer nourishes you, so that new life can take root. It is an act of courage to recognize what you must release, for often it feels safer to cling, to hold tightly, to convince yourself that letting go would leave you empty. But my beloved, the emptiness you fear is an illusion. The space you create is fertile, sacred, and full of promise. Perhaps you have noticed in quiet moments that certain relationships no longer bring warmth. Conversations that once felt alive now feel hollow. Connections that once nourished your spirit now drain it. Subtly, slowly, almost imperceptibly. These are not failings on your part, and they are not failures in others. They are shifts, natural as the turning of the seasons. Your soul is expanding, and some spaces, once perfect, no longer fit your growth. It is not wrong to release them. It is divine to honor yourself by doing so. There are habits too, my dear one, patterns of thought or action that have served you once but now hold you back. Perhaps you have clung to safety in ways that limit your joy. Perhaps you have repeated old fears, self-judgments, or ways of responding that no longer reflect who you are becoming. These too must be released. This is not about erasing yourself, but about refining yourself. Every habit you let go of is a gift to your future, a clearing that allows your true essence to shine more brightly. And there are identities, perhaps unspoken, that you have carried for years. Identities given to you by circumstance, by family, by society, or by necessity. You may have told yourself, I am this, or I must be this, because it was familiar, because it provided safety. But your soul is calling you beyond those labels. Your spirit is whispering for you to step into a fuller, truer expression of yourself. Releasing old identities is not rejection of who you have been, it is an embrace of who you are becoming. The process of releasing is gentle, but it requires awareness. It asks you to feel, deeply and honestly, what no longer serves you. It asks you to recognize the subtle weight of attachments that drain you, the soft chains of habits that limit you, the quiet narratives that confine you. You may feel grief, and that is natural. You may feel hesitation, fear, even guilt, because the old feels safe. Hold these feelings tenderly. They are part of the process, not obstacles to it. By allowing yourself to feel fully, you honor the past while clearing space for the future. Creating this space is sacred. It is a preparation for what is waiting for you, for the life that aligns with your spirit, for the place that your heart has been quietly longing for. The room you make is not emptiness, it is readiness. It is an open invitation for joy, peace, love, and growth to enter. Imagine your life as a home. If every corner is filled with items that no longer serve, there is no room for new light, new energy, new experiences. By releasing, you open doors, windows, and pathways for the blessings that have been patiently waiting for you. Do not rush this process, precious one. Releasing is not a single act, it is a journey, a gradual unfolding. Some attachments will fall away easily, others will require patience, reflection, and repeated intention. And that is okay. Every time you choose release, even in small ways, you honor yourself and the path before you. Each act of letting go is an act of love. For yourself, for your future, and for the life that is already seeking you. There is also a gentle reassurance here. Releasing does not mean you are losing. What you set down is not meant to follow you into your next chapter. The people, habits, or identities you release will not leave your life empty-handed. They serve the purpose of teaching, preparing, and strengthening you. And what comes next, what is already forming for you, will bring nourishment, alignment, and joy that surpasses what you thought possible. You are not stepping into the unknown unprepared. You are stepping into the life that has been quietly waiting for you, and it needs space to unfold. So, my beloved, feel this deeply. The act of letting go is sacred, necessary, and filled with divine timing. Do not cling out of fear. Do not convince yourself that the old is irreplaceable. Trust that what is coming for you is greater than what you are releasing. Release with intention, with awareness, with love. Make space not as a sacrifice, but as an offering to yourself, to your growth, and to your future. You are not emptying your life. You are preparing it. You are not losing, you are readying. You are not stepping backward, you are stepping forward. Every old thought, habit, attachment, or identity you release is a bridge to your next self, and the moment you make space, even slightly, the universe responds. The currents of destiny, which have been moving quietly behind the scenes, begin to fill the open spaces with exactly what you need. Hold this truth close, my beloved. Releasing is not abandonment. It is preparation. It is a sacred invitation to step into a life that reflects your truest essence. Do this gently, do this intentionally, and feel the relief, the lightness, and the sacred freedom that comes when your spirit is finally allowed to breathe fully, unburdened, ready to receive the blessings that have been waiting for you all along. My precious soul, as you stand on the threshold of change, there may be moments when you feel uncertainty, when the weight of the unknown presses lightly, or sometimes heavily, upon your spirit. In those moments, I want you to hear this clearly: you are not alone. You have never been alone. Even in your quietest, loneliest hours, unseen hands have been guiding you, invisible forces have been shaping your path, and gentle lights have been illuminating the way that your eyes could not yet perceive. The universe, life, the currents of destiny, they are all moving in harmony with your highest good. You are surrounded, held, and protected more than you realize. Precious one, protection does not always arrive as a visible shield. It comes quietly, subtly, like a soft hand at the small of your back, steadying you when you wobble. It comes as intuition, the sudden clarity of thought, the insistence of your heart guiding you toward what is safe and aligned. It comes as synchrony, the people who appear exactly when you need them, the doors that open just in time, the signs and messages that make your path unmistakable. These are not coincidences, they are the fingerprints of divine guidance. Do not dismiss them, do not pass them by as chance, hold them in your heart. They are proof that you are being led with care. You may have moments of doubt. You may wonder if the path you are on is correct, if you are doing enough, if you are ready. These doubts are natural, they are human. But even within doubt, guidance is present. Your intuition, the quiet, steady voice of your own spirit, is more powerful than the fears that rise to meet you. It will never mislead you. It will whisper, nudge, and sometimes prod until you pay attention, until you honor the wisdom that has always lived inside you. Trust it. Allow it to guide your steps. It is not separate from you. It is you, tuned to the frequency of your truest self, resonating with the currents of your destiny. Protection, too, is at work in ways you cannot see. The universe moves in subtle patterns, aligning your environment, your relationships, and your circumstances in ways that are invisible yet profoundly supportive. The moments that seemed like accidents, the detours that felt inconvenient, the doors that closed when you were seeking entry, all of these were part of a larger orchestration designed to keep you safe, to guide you to the spaces where your energy can thrive. Every gentle nudge, every synchronistic sign, is a signal of this unseen alignment. Trust it, even when the road feels uncertain, even when the next step is not fully visible. You are being carried toward what is right for you. There is a sacred rhythm to guidance, my beloved, and it is yours to hear if you slow down enough to listen. Sometimes guidance arrives as an inner knowing, a certainty that cannot be explained, a pull toward something that feels correct without knowing why. Other times, it comes through external cues, a conversation, a message, a fleeting encounter that seems trivial but carries immense meaning. Your life is rich with these signposts. Each one is a gentle reminder that you are being led. Each one is a whisper that says, "Keep moving, my beloved. The path is prepared for you." Do not worry that you must have all the answers before moving forward. The guidance that surrounds you does not require perfection, only openness. Step lightly, but step deliberately. Pay attention to the small signs, the subtle signals, the nudges that arise in your heart, mind, and body. They are your compass, tuned perfectly to the frequency of your growth. When you feel hesitation, breathe and ask yourself what feels aligned. When you feel fear, recognize it as a signal of significance, not a signal to stop. And when you feel peace, joy, or a quiet excitement, trust it. That is the guidance speaking most clearly, telling you that you are on the right path. You are protected too, from forces you cannot always see or understand. Life has a way of presenting lessons in forms that are challenging, yet you are never left to face them alone. Every step, every choice, every moment of uncertainty is cushioned by invisible hands, by energies that have been watching over you since the beginning. You are held, and that holding is constant, even when you do not feel it, even when the world feels harsh, even when circumstances seem unpredictable. You are safe at your core. Your essence, your soul, your truth, they are untouched by chaos. They are shielded by love, by design, by the careful orchestration of your life. Sometimes, reassurance comes in the form of remembrance. Remember your own resilience. Remember the times you have stepped forward despite fear, when you have trusted the unknown, when you have felt the gentle guiding hand before, and allowed it to carry you through. Those moments are proof that you are capable. They are proof that guidance works, that protection is our eel, that unseen currents always move in your favor when you listen. You have navigated storms before, and you have emerged stronger, wiser, and more aligned. That same guidance is here now, supporting you again, ready to move with you into this next chapter. Trust the patterns you see, but also trust the patterns you cannot see. The unseen currents are not chaotic. They are deliberate, precise, and loving. They are arranging your life in alignment with your highest good, even when the road feels unclear. Every choice you make in alignment with your inner guidance strengthens the flow of protection around you. Every act of listening, every moment of trust, deepens the currents that will carry you forward. So, my dear one, Hold this in your heart: you are guided. You are protected. You are not alone, even in moments of uncertainty, even in moments of hesitation. The forces of life, of destiny, of love, are moving around you to ensure that every step you take is met with support, every decision is met with alignment, and every transition is met with care. Pay attention, trust yourself, and step gently but confidently into the flow. Your guidance is real. Your protection is real, and you are deeply, infinitely cherished as you move into the life that has been waiting for you all along. My beloved precious soul, now is the moment to remember who you truly are. Step back, just for a heartbeat, and feel the magnitude of your being. You have walked through seasons that tested your strength, moments that challenged your faith in yourself, and experiences that demanded more resilience than you ever imagined you had. And yet, here you stand. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are not small. Every trial, every setback, every hesitation has been a forge, shaping the steel of your spirit, refining the brilliance of your inner light, and awakening the unshakable truth of who you are. You are powerful, though you may have forgotten it in quiet moments. Your strength is not measured by what you can endure silently, or by how you mask your vulnerability. True strength, my dear one, is in your willingness to feel deeply, to rise even when fear whispers, to step forward even when uncertainty clouds your path. It is in your ability to trust yourself and your intuition when the world seems uncertain. That strength has carried you this far, and it will carry you forward into the life that awaits you. You are worthy, infinitely so, of all the growth, joy, love, and alignment that life has prepared for you. Worthiness is not something to be earned through effort or perfection. It is your birthright, inherent and unwavering. You are deserving of spaces that honor your spirit, of relationships that nourish your soul, of experiences that reflect your deepest self. This awakening, the recognition of your worth, is a powerful shift. It allows you to stop settling for fragments of your potential and begin claiming the fullness of who you are. Consider for a moment the power of your choices. Every decision you have made, every step you have taken toward growth, has built the foundation of this moment. Your willingness to release what no longer serves you, to listen to the subtle nudges of your intuition, and to trust the currents of destiny, has aligned you with a path that is uniquely your own. You are not simply reacting to circumstances. You are awakening to truth, that you are an active creator of your life. Every thought, every intention, every conscious step, has ripple effects that carry you toward the next version of yourself. The awakening of your identity is not about leaving your past behind. It is about recognizing the power within you to transform it. You have lived, learned, stumbled, and grown, and all of it has prepared you to step into a more expansive version of your life. You are allowed to outgrow labels, expectations, and roles that no longer serve you. You are allowed to redefine yourself, to claim aspects of your soul that have been waiting patiently for your recognition. This is not ego. It is essence. It is the pure, unshakable truth of who you are becoming. Resilience is a cornerstone of this awakening. Every moment of challenge, every experience of fear, every instance where you felt small or uncertain has contributed to a deep reservoir of resilience within you. That resilience is your power. It is the quiet, unwavering strength that will support you through the changes ahead. It is the inner compass that will guide you when external signs are unclear. It is the light that shines steadily, even in the shadows, reminding you of your capacity to rise, to endure, and to thrive. Your purpose is also awakening alongside your identity. There is a reason your spirit feels drawn to move forward, a reason that certain doors are closing and new ones are opening. Your purpose is not a distant dream, it is already alive within you, manifesting in your desires, your instincts, and the subtle urges of your heart. By honoring your growth, by trusting your intuition, and by stepping into alignment, you are stepping into the very life that reflects your purpose. Each step you take toward yourself is a step toward fulfilling the destiny that has been patiently waiting for you. Confidence, my dear one, is rising within you, not the kind of confidence that brags or demands recognition, but the quiet, steady certainty that you are capable, that your choices matter, and that your path is guided. Confidence grows as you honor your own voice, listen to your intuition, and trust the alignment of your life. It emerges as a natural byproduct of empowerment, not as something forced, but as something awakened. With this confidence, you will no longer be swayed by doubt, nor will you feel the need to prove yourself to anyone outside of your own spirit. You will stand in the knowledge that you are enough, wholly and completely. Remember, too, that your growth has impact beyond yourself. As you awaken, as you step into your power, you create ripples that touch every life you encounter. Your courage becomes inspiration. Your alignment becomes a beacon. Your awakening is not only personal, it is universal. Each act of self-trust, each embrace of your identity, each step into your purpose resonates outward, encouraging others to recognize their own strength and divinity. So, my beloved, embrace this awakening fully. Feel the power that courses quietly, persistently, within your veins. Recognize your resilience, your worth, your purpose, and your growing confidence. Let yourself expand into the full measure of your being. Do not shrink to fit the expectations of the past, the comfort of the familiar, or the fear of the unknown. You are here to grow, to rise, to awaken fully to the life that has been waiting for you. Hold this in your heart. The world you are moving toward, the life you are stepping into, is a reflection of the empowerment and identity that are awakening within you now. Step forward with courage, with faith, and with a deep knowing that you are worthy, strong, and infinitely capable of becoming more. This is your time, precious soul. This is your calling. And the version of yourself that you are becoming is waiting with open arms.